Hey guys, this is Captain Charlemagne from Captain Charlemagne's Models. I'd like to thank you for joining me today. So let's head over to the bench and see what we're going to be doing for today's project. Hello and welcome back to the bench, to the next episode in our building of USS Texas. So, what all's been done? So as you can see, Texas has progressed. And I would first, before we start anything, like to apologize in advance because the original plan was to show the front of the deck and both these pieces here being put onto the model. However, the reason why I had went ahead and did this was because I ran into a heap, and I repeat, a heap of problems when putting the deck and these parts on. So, as you can see, the weathering's been going. I still have to do a little bit more weathering on the sides of the hull, but the plan was to give Texas quite the worn look. So, what are we doing today? Well, today, we will be focusing on the first thing we'll be doing today will be step 7, which is we're going to be adding the parts around here that goes here on the hull, and we are going to be attaching on the bridge. And if there is time by the end of the video, I will also be bringing on the lights. So I'll be showing you USS Texas, what she'll look like lit up. So does that sound exciting to all of you guys? Well then, let's jump right on in to today with the first part of the build. Let's get the sprues out of the box and bring them closer for the build. So, what we are going to need first is J17. So, let's go ahead and hunt down J sprue. Alright. Here we go. I hope you all have been having a nice week since our last video. So why are we jumping all over the place? Well, the reason why we're jumping all over the place because instead of just staying on one section is, I just find going step by step with a build to be not especially exciting. I like to jump around in my builds, and it also keeps people on their toes. So, get our Tamiya out. And according to this one, these go right here. A little bit more glue to make sure it stays. In place. So another piece of channel admin is that in the next couple of days I am going to be doing something which won't be happening always on the channel, but I think Jason over at Model Kit Stuff does it from time to time as well. We'll be doing a straight out of the box, no paint, no photo etch, just straight out of the box, build it as it comes model in the next couple of days. The reason to do this is, well, that type of build is more for the fact of just wanting to do something as kind of like a relaxer, meaning that gives you something to do other than constantly just working on one kit. So while I could keep working on Texas, this is just something I want to do that's different, and it helps in keeping you from getting burnt out pretty much. So J17 and the oops, that went flying. Just helps you relax, like pretty much. Okay, it's in. Oops, that one is not in. Let's go ahead and try this again. Okay. Alright, those two are on. Next we are going to need 4 H20s. So let's go ahead and pull the H20s off their sprue. Alrighty then, there's the other H20. Get our next two off. So, good news is that I'm not sure if I've already mentioned it in another video, but the olive drab paint I've been waiting for has recently arrived. And what that means is that because that's arrived, we will also be able to continue on with our building of, drum roll please, is none other than our Walker Bulldog. Okay, no, I'm putting this upside down, okay. I was wondering at first, that was sweet. But yeah, we'll be able to continue on with the Walker Bulldog. Thus, I'll soon be putting the last pages in that chapter of that build soon. So look forward to that in the next coming few days as well. Alrighty then, our second one is going on now. Then continue on with the next side. Alrighty then. There. Now for the next one. So just recently, someone I know who follows my channel in my personal life asked me why was it, oops, didn't want to do that. Why is it that I decided on USS Texas? Why didn't I do Scharnhorst or Strasbourg, since I've had both of them far longer than I had Texas? Well, I do plan on doing Strasbourg. That is a truth. However, I am saving Strasbourg for a plan that I have in the near future. The reason why I I chose not to do Scharnhorst is because soon, I'm not sure exactly when, but Jason over at Model Kit Stuff is going to be doing a 1 in 200 one. And, well, even though his kit's Trumpeter and mine is Dragon, I didn't want to start doing a 1 in 350 Scharnhorst when a modeler who helped me get into the YouTube scene by encouraging me when I was first asking about it to share my love of the hobby is going to be starting his. I didn't want to come out of nowhere and try and do something and beat. So, yeah, that's my decision on that reason. Anyway, back to this. So, let's see. Next step we are going to do real quick. I need to grab it's because we are not done yet. And what I mean by that is by being very careful and hopefully not damaging anything, I have to drill out the hole that's going to be down here because this light has to go through these small windows here in the bridge. This is in fact something I should have already done. However, I did not think about it at the time, so just careful. Move this. Let's see. Scoot her back a little bit. Move the wires out of the way just slightly. Next, we are going to need our drill. And now we are going to punch a hole straight through the bottom. Up and down we go until we punch a hole in. And there we go. This hole's punched. Maybe. Going to dig out this hole just slightly more, that way, just in case. And what I mean by just in case is that, as you can see, I haven't light blocked the bottom of this. As such, the making of the hole bigger is to try and at least get some of the light to focus through the hole. And in fact, such an idea also was helpful back when I did, it wasn't done on the channel, mind you. In fact, that build was a personal build that was being done at the same time I was doing Danton. I think I mentioned it in my Danton videos, was I had built a AMT 1 and 1200 or 1 and 1400 USS Excelsior, and that light and the making of the holes bigger at the time, because I used much bigger LEDs than the ones I'm using here. That might have also been a factor, but it was in turn helped with the light. So we made the hole bigger. Next, what we're going to do, we're just going to real quickly make these holes just slightly deeper, hopefully, and not cut open our fingers. Remember, well, I shouldn't be trying to give advice and I'm not following it. When you do it, just make sure the blade's not pointing towards you. I normally don't follow my own advice, which is kind of how I usually end up, like some modelers, getting battlefield wounds. Alrighty then. That one's done. Now, what we are going to do is, let's see, we're going to add on some of the rest of the stuff that goes here around the front of Texas. So first, want to see if there's anything else that's going to go right here. And there is indeed stuff that's going to go there. That's just further in, and according to the instructions, I'm going to need this on before. Oh, something else I wanted to mention to you guys. The carpet monster did not win. I managed to find the one piece that went flying at the end, pretty much the end of the previous video. So, what we are going to do, get our glue, is we are going to attach the bridge structure down to Texas. So, get our glue. Well, first, actually, we're gonna get our putty. The reason being is that the putty has been doing wonders in making sure that no light has been getting out underneath the model. So I think I gotta clean the thing out. Remember to always clean out your stuff. Should have done that before I started the video, but I didn't think about it at the time, so. Alright then, that's done. Any kind of putty that gets out from here now will have just to be cleared on its own later on. So let's go ahead and put our bridge on. Don't want to accidentally punch a hole through. Okay, that looks about good. So, alrighty then. So, next step for this is simply keeping my promise. So from here, what we are going to do first, we're going to see if alrighty then. Well, it seems like the light's lighting up inside the hole here. That's good. As you can see just from the, probably see from the window, the light is on. It's just not pointing through this piece like I hoped it would. However, that is not all we are looking at. Today, we will also be seeing the lights come on in the rest of the hull. And I will be, in fact, turning the model so that it can be seen in the lights. Well, you probably can also see it yourselves from the deck. Go. So from the deck, you can see where the lights are coming in. There's probably going to be a few places where I am going to have to these back in. So there are going to be a few places where I'm going to have to touch up the lights, but do this carefully without hoping that some of these things come out. But as you can see, carefully turning it, is that so far everything that is being planned has been coming to pass. The lights in the hull are on, and as such, everything is progressing quite well. Excuse me. But yeah, that's the progress that we're doing today on USS Texas. So over the course of the next few days, what I'm going to do is, well, first of all, I'm going to clean up where the putty is around the bridge, and then when we come back next week is we are going to be adding on more photo etch for the bridge. We are going to be attaching the barbette for turret 2, and depending on that, we will also most likely begin start work on the going up in level for Texas's fighting top. But yeah, that's today's building of the 1 in 350 USS Texas. I'd like to thank you all for joining me today. If you wish to keep up to date with the building progress of USS Texas, then hit the bell icon to be notified of any future updates. This is Captain Charlemagne, and I'd like to thank you all for joining me today. So, hope you all have a nice day, and Godspeed, everyone.